Yep.
Well, I'll be there.
8 p.m. You know, trying to decide what topics we gonna do first. So I got like a whole bunch of the shit, but it's gonna be fun.
I feel you.
But that a lot saying, but that's only because they have a huge following.
You said what?
He said he think Run the Jewels is overrated.
I'm not mad about that.
They have a huge fan base now. You know what I'm saying? Like without, I don't even think without them, Killer Mike would have won 3 Grammys. I think because of their fan base is he capitalized on it and gave us a good album, and you see with the end result.
I like the first two Run the Jewels. Anything after the Run the Jewels 2 is kind of hit and miss.
I don't think they have a bad album. Even the last one was pretty good. You know, they have a fan base like MF Doom's fan base is like that. Mhm.
The same way.
Definitely overrated and dead. You already know about him. He's just a walk. What would Joe Budden call him? A walking corpse. He's just a walking corpse right now at this point.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't fuck with him like that.
That's a duo that actually it worked with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their fan base. I mean, the LP always had his fan base, but they'll wide mainstream America know who he is now. Killer Mike, same with him. So it worked for them. It ain't gonna work for everybody though.
Right. Because some people can handle it better than others. No, I'm some real shit.
Right.
So the Philadelphia,
You
you said what?
know,
Mm. So the Philadelphia Eagles declined an invitation to see Trump after they won the Super Bowl.
good. Good. He's going to see him during his time in office. He's going to see him.
Mm. I want to see him. I really want to see him. Fuck that. And his followers go crazy. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The Joy Reid controversy. I heard about that. They don't care about our voices, man. That's the thing.
seen it.
You said what?
Say what else is new?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, about to start about a couple minutes. I'm just getting some more people. Don Lemon and Megan Kelly. I never cared about either one of them motherfuckers, to be real with you.
Yeah, aren't they dating or no?
You must got them confused with TJ Holmes and that other guy.
Is that the other white bitch that he seen that he was with?
Isn't it TJ Holmes you thinking about?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Don Lemon's a bitch. Can't keep up with these white women on TV.
Right. Yeah, Megan Kelly, I never liked it. I was never a big Don Lemon fan, to be real with you.
Any white girl named Megan has to be bad.
You said what?
I say any white girl with the name Megan has to be bad.
Yo, wasn't Don Lemon recently fired from CNN too? Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh wow. Because the
Yeah,
whole
2 years ago.
he made some comments about COVID and shit.
And he was a troublemaker though. He had beef with Talib a couple years back.
Really? Why am I not
Yeah,
seeing
they have the video where he like Kim and Talib had a like they were beefing on the air.
that? I never knew. Wow.
Yes, I think that was during I want to say that was during was it not George Floyd? It might have been like the Mike Brown killing, but he was beefing on him with him on the air.
That's wild. Well, he was kind of house niggerish anyway, so
And you can't be a house nigga and gay, and you know what I mean? Like that.
first thing I asked about was the secret. I want to tell you the truth. Watch them replace Joy Reid with some South African motherfucker, some whitewash motherfucker and shit. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let me get my album anniversary together. Well, you said you can't be a house nigga and gay.
Yep, two strikes against him.
I just realized what you just said too. Alright, I'm ready to start whenever you are. What's up, you two? How y'all doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying the building with me. How you doing?
Right.
Alright. Today's album anniversary. I got Boogie Down Production with their last studio album, Sex and Violence. This album came out February 25th, 1992 on Jive Records. Whether you want to ask people or not, some people might say this is KRS-One's unofficial solo debut. I'm gonna get more into that in a minute. But this album, one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. You know what I'm saying? So around the time that KRS-One did this album, he was going through a lot of stuff. Like for one, he was accused of being preachy because when edutainment came out, which came out 2 years before, a lot of fans loved the album, but then there was some fan that said, "Oh, he's a bit too preachy, a bit too watered down." Because that album, he was experimenting with some R&B shit. Well, he was experimenting with the Ghetto Music album from '89, but it kind of carried on to Edutainment. But I feel like he kind of did it better on Edutainment than Ghetto Music. And he was getting in beef with like cats like X Clan. I think Ice Cube also threw a shot at him on America's Most Wanted. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? PM Dawn, of course. Him throwing PM Dawn off the stage as he should. To be honest with you. And then around that time too, he had followed out with members of the BDP like D Nice, Miss Melody, who he was married to Miss Melody. They ended their marriage in '92 and stuff like that. So he kind of reformed BDP with him, Kenny Parker, of course, and Willie D. No, not the Willie D that's from the Ghetto Boys. It's another East Coast cat by the name of Willie D. Just wanted to throw that out there. Um, yeah, man. And so when he came to this album, he was kind of like going. It was kind of like a fuck the industry kind of album and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy too because if you guys actually look at the liner notes on Sex and Violence, he pretty much says like, he pretty much said like how, oh, BDP is pretty much him, Kenny Parker, Pal Joey, Prince Paul. He's like the other members, they're irrelevant and shit. I'm just paraphrasing and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, this is a very controversial album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into some of the dope songs. I love Duck Down. Love that song. I love that beat. Um, the remix too was fire. Um, there's a controversial song, 13 and Good, which a lot of motherfuckers kind of want to use that because of the fact that, he defended African Bambaataa and stuff like that too. That's another story. Um, Drug Dealer. Interesting story about the songs that Prince Paul produced because Prince Paul did a song Drug Dealer. So Karis One pretty much took the beats that Prince Paul did, and Prince Paul, he didn't even master the beats and everything like that too. So the beats that you hear, like Drug Dealer, I know he did the title track. I think he also did Who Are the Pimps, I want to say. They're not mastered and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? Um and he kind of fell off with Prince Paul, but they squashed their beef and stuff like that too. So thank God for that. Build and Destroy, I love that track. We in there. Yes, we in there. Yeah, yeah. Sex and Violence. I love that record. He has controversial songs like Segal, where he was pretty much talking about the whole Mike Tyson, when he was accused of rape and stuff like that. Poisonous Products, very relevant song today. He's talking about, how the government, like pretty much supplies the products that's pretty much killing us and shit. I have the vinyl version. And I think this is like the reissue and stuff like that too. And what's interesting about it is it came out with a bonus track called "Feel the Vibe, Feel the Beat," which I think that was a B side to "We in There." Love that record and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this album right here is a must have when it comes to like KRS One has and shit like that too. Yeah, it's sad that the original BDP fell out, but at the same time too, he KRS One was still here. He was still doing this thing and stuff like that too. So this is the five mic album. What do you think about this album?
Great. That's what I think. Everybody should go listen to it.
Yes. Yeah, because it's not an album for the pussies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Put the Drake down. What up? What up? Dawn of the Dead. What up?
Yeah, man. That album is fire. Like whenever I think of BDP, that's the first album I think about. Sex and Violence and shit. And it's funny too, because in 1992 and stuff like that, a lot of people were dissing like a lot of that. songs that were dissing a lot of the songs that was coming out. Like I mean, Eric B and Rakim's "Don't Sweat the Technique," which I kind of compare to this album a little bit, but um, I know a lot of people don't love that album and stuff like that, which is crazy too because it's Rakim, but still, you know. All right, and I'm also going to show you all the Billboard list of back in the day. Give me 1 second. So this is the Hot 100 singles, the week of February 21st, 1998. Starting with number 10. Hold on, let me see. Number 10, we got Maces featuring Toto, "What You Want." That's from the what's the album? Howlin' World album, classic album. Number 9, Spice Girls with "Too Much." You know what I'm saying? Never really cared for the Spice Girls like that. Number 8, we got Destiny's Child with "No No No" Part One. You know what I'm saying? This is not the remix, the one with the EPMD sample. I kind of preferred Part One over Part Two. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Number 7, Boys to Men, "A Song for Mama." That's from the Evolution album, very dope album. Kind of underrated in today's standards because you know niggas would love to diss that album for some reason. Number 6, we got Uncle Sam, "I Don't Ever Want to See You Again." I don't ever want to listen to the song again because I hate it. Number 5, we got Puff Daddy and the Family, "Been Around the World." Love that song. Yeah, I know it's diddler, but I don't give a fuck. Number 4, Leon Rhymes, "How Do I Live?" Never cared for that song. Number 3, Savage Garden, "Truly, Madly, Deeply." Never heard that song. Number 2, Janet Jackson's "Together Again" from the Velvet Rope album. Classic song. You know what I'm saying? I love the beat to that. It's a very danceable song, but it's a very sad song at the same time. And last but not least, number 1 is Usher, "Nice and Slow." 2 weeks at number 1 at this point, just from the My Way album and stuff like that too. So you know, not a bad list for 1998 and shit like that too. So yeah. All right. So the album that we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about Patti LaBelle's first album, self-titled album that she dropped in 1977, August 19th to be exact. She dropped this on Epic Records. This is actually her first solo album after her group LaBelle, or professionally known as Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells. You know what I'm saying? After they fell out and stuff like that too. It came out with 2 singles, "Joy to Have Your Love" and "You Are My Friend." This was produced by David Robinson. David Robinson, he's done a lot of stuff for people like around the 60s and 80s, like Pointer Sisters. He does stuff for Herbie Hancock, Taj Mahal, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, no, he don't really produce now these days because he, after a heart attack, mostly focuses on artist management, where he managed like a lot of producers that we talked about, including Miranda, Michael Walden, and shit like that too. If you know that name, you know that he done some stuff for a good amount of '90s R&B acts, cough cough, Mariah Carey, and everything like that too. So, all right, so we. Oh yeah, you do got the album. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. So we talked about Patti LaBelle on this channel. We did a good amount of Patti stuff. We did the LaBelle album "Nightbirds" from '74, which is a classic album.
Yep.
We did 19. I think we did 1983's "It's I'm in Love Again" with "If Only You Knew," which
Did we do Nightbirds? Did we do this one?
yeah, we did.
We did. Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
Um, I love that record. Oh my god. We also did 1991's "Burnin'," which that might be my favorite Patti album. Keyword that might be and stuff like that. She kind of went New Jack Swing on that one and shit like that. But we've never actually done her first album because a lot of people kind of forget that this is actually her first album from 1977. People want to automatically jump into 1983's "I'm in Love Again," which again, that's a great album, but that was more like a breakthrough album. This one was like a real solo debut and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy too, because after LaBelle disbanded because they had some issues and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Patti LaBelle thinking about was actually thinking about leaving the music industry because one of the reasons was the fact that Nona Hendrix, um, who was a member of LaBelle, she had like a nervous breakdown, which is why like the group kind of separated because they were about to perform in Baltimore and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And she was thinking about leaving the music industry, but then, somebody told her like, "Hey, listen," which I think was her husband at that time. She was like, you got to get some help, because that moment kind of like really traumatized Patti LaBelle, which it would traumatize anybody and stuff like that too. So pretty much, they sorted out the differences and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because her and her husband were almost about to split up too at that time. And so what had happened was they traveled to New Orleans. With um they got to deal with Epic Records and stuff like that. And David Robinson at that time, he was already familiar with Pat LaBelle because he was the producer on LaBelle's final album, Chameleon, which I never actually heard that record. I heard good things about it and stuff too, but so yeah, they got to deal with Epic Records and shit. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, she dropped her debut album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And she started touring again, and when she got that standing ovation in her first solo concert, that's when she realized, yeah, I'm gonna stick to this music shit and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Try already showed you the album cover and everything. Just has Patti LaBelle and like this like pink background and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like it's a pretty standard dope album cover and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, man. I mean, what more can you say about Patti LaBelle? She's a fucking legend. That's a dope picture right there. Oh my god, that's a very dope picture. Um, Q said that reminds me of Stevie Wonder when he was considered leaving the music industry before songs in the Key of Life came out. Yep, that's true. He almost left the music industry and shit. Um, y'all can hear me good, right? Let's making sure.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, let's making sure. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, man. So Patti LaBelle, of course, did not retire, and she ended up entertaining the world with her singing, her dancing, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with the album that started it all and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this album has 9 songs. I take it that you have a 9-song version, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we're gonna start off with the first song called "Joy to Have Your Love." Excuse me.
We
One of my
said joy to have your love.
That's like one of my favorite Patti LaBelle songs right there. Already starting off on a good note. I love the instrument. I love the instrumentation on that record and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the way how the bass, the drum patterning, all coming together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this was a very great. This was a very, very, very nice way to kick off the album and stuff like that. It screams 1977. It's not like it's not disco influenced because some people might try to get that influence, but it definitely captured that Philadelphia sound that was popping at that time and stuff like that. Like something like the OJ's and 3 Degrees and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I actually like this record. This record is a bop and everything like that too. It might be my favorite track on the album. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now.
Yes, love the song Disco Track. Strings on it, the beat, the bass line, the Patty singing. Great way to start off the album.
Yeah, very great way to start the album indeed and shit. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. Next song we got is Funky Music. So this was written by Barrett Strong and Norman Whitfield. and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And you can definitely tell like this sounds like something that could have been done by Royce and shit like that. Because Norman Whitfield was working closely with that group around that time, especially their first three albums, which is my favorite albums from them and shit like that too. That's a group we do have to show love at some point. Royce. I don't know if you're a fan of them like that.
Yeah, they cool. So,
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, this one probably is my favorite track on the album next to Joy to Have Your Love and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very very bouncy and shit like that. Not a bad track. I love it.
I like the sound of funky music. I love that beat, bass line, the horns on it, like over 6 minutes long. And Patty killing it vocally on here. This should have been a single too, man. This is dope.
I always thought this was a single because I heard this so many times,
Hmm.
and I know this song has been sampled a few times too. I'm not going to tell you who sampled it. Y'all have to find it out yourselves and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, teacher, give us a clue.
But you said what?
We gotta go dig and look. Come on, teacher. We know
You
we
said
some lazy ass kids in this generation. Give us a clue.
okay. Well, let me pull up who sampled because like I said a few people sampled it. Give me 1 second.
We gotta go do homework now. Come on now.
Well, cause I don't always like. I mean, if it's like a known sample, like Biggie's Juicy M2 we all know M2 sampled
Right.
that.
Yes.
If it's a known sample, I was like, yeah, it's a known sample and stuff like that too. But at the same time, sometimes I like to let y'all motherfuckers find that shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
I got it. Just when you said that, I got a good idea, Reg. I don't
Text it
know
to
if he did this before. Okay.
yeah, text it to me. I don't want people. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna review one of them, but all my Talib Kweli fans, y'all should know about it.
Hmm.
Reflection Eternal, they used the sample for Soul Rebels and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that was on
Yeah,
the second album,
the first album.
the first album. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam. Luther also did this track too. I forgot to mention that.
Luther
Which
did
is
this too.
yeah, well, no surprise. 'Cause Luther was head of her fan club back in
Right.
that time. Shit, so
Right.
I'm not even surprised about that.
Mm. I didn't see
But
the Luther documentary. Do it. Was she mentioned in it?
yeah, but at the same time, her her inclusion in that documentary caused a lot of controversy because there was a clip where Patti LaBelle said that Luther Vandross was gay, but
Hmm.
his family was kind of mad about that because that's like that's not Patty's business to tell. But I'm just like, well,
Everybody knew he was gay.
everyone
Like
knew. Yeah, it's like everybody
the
knew what.
nigga had a crystal collection. Like, come on now. No straight guys having a crystal collection in their house unless they were gay.
And and you know I love Luther, but the fact that he didn't want the En Vogue girls seeing his ass and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, and I don't mind niggas being gay because like I said, I just found out that Coleman Domingo actor, I found out he was gay. He's actually married to a white
He,
man.
he look it. He kind of
You
look it
know,
though.
when I first saw, I was like, he does look a little glossy, but
He look too pretty. A
he does look a little. I was like,
little bit too pretty.
I was kind of shocked about like a couple of stuff. I was like, I looked at some pictures. I'm just like, you know what? I mean,
They had to make him look like a man on Fear the Walking Dead.
oh, he was
You
in
know what I
Walking Dead.
mean?
He was in Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
he's part of the Walking Dead show,
Oh wow.
like the spinoff or whatever.
See, that's how I don't even watch that fucking show. So, but yeah. So, do you have any thoughts about funky music? By the way, I feel like I was
I
talking
love
too
it.
much.
Great song, man. Classic record.
Definitely. Track number three, Since I Don't Have You. So this is a cover song right here. This is actually a cover of a song by the Skyliners and stuff like that too, which I don't even know who the Skyliners are. I know they're a doo-wop group and stuff like that. A lot of people actually cover this track. Guns N' Roses, of all people, cover this for that whack ass spaghetti incident album that you actually love and stuff like that
I
too.
love. Oh, I didn't say I love it.
You see, you
No,
love
no,
this
no,
song. You
no, no,
love
no,
this song. Yes, you did.
no. I said
And
I
you love
remember when it came out. Cause wasn't that the album that came out after, or it was supposed to come out after Chinese Democracy?
No, no, no. That was after Use Your Illusion.
Okay. No, no, I remember when it came out. 'Cause I remember the album cover had like the spaghetti on them. Like, oh, that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. You know, I'm not a Guns N' Roses fan though.
Yeah, but you did say you love this song because I said to myself, "What the fuck is Guns N' Roses doing doo out for that?" You said, "You know what? I actually do like this
I
song."
said I love the song. What's the name
Yes,
of
you
the song?
did. You said what?
What's the name of the song?
Since I don't have you.
Guns N' Roses.
Well, it was a doo wop song, but Guns N' Roses covered it. Patti LaBelle also covered this song
I
too.
got to I gotta hear that again. I don't.
You and
I like.
Italy.
I There's only like two songs from Guns N' Roses that I like.
I know "Sweet Child of
Um,
Mine."
yeah, Sweet Child of Mine and
And
Welcome to the Jungle.
oh yeah, you did say what? Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I gotta hear that Guns N' Roses song. I don't remember saying that shit. I gotta really hear that shit again.
Nigga, I was shocked. I was like, nigga, you're not even a Guns N' Roses fan. And you like shit. I was like,
Oh man,
nigga, you're not even a Guns.
I might have said. I don't know. I gotta hear it again. It's been a minute.
That's why I was shocked as fuck. I was like, nigga, you're not even a
Mm,
Guns N' Roses fan like that. What the fuck?
yeah,
All right.
that might if it's good. That might go on my Whitish Wednesday playlist. So you know what I mean?
Right. But I actually do like this version of this song and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not the best version, and I really don't care about the song, but it's Patti LaBelle. She actually elevated it and shit. You know?
Yeah, this was a good song. You know, had a nice slow beat to it. The strings on it, the pianos, the horns, well produced. You know, Patty killed it with her vocals.
Right.
This nigga just naming all the so we just naming all the gay people from rock bands. Adam Lambert, Freddie Mercury.
Nigga, we already know they were gay. They were openly gay. We already like,
You that don't forget. Like we didn't forget at all.
yeah, man. I mean, with all due respect about people's sexuality, I don't like to just make a big deal out of sexuality because a lot of our favorite artists, we don't even know if they're gay or not and stuff. Like I said, like I just mentioned that Coleman Domingo dude. I didn't even know he was gay until yesterday and stuff like that. I have nothing against it, but
And he's playing Joe Jackson in the Michael biopic.
yeah,
Interesting.
he also wants to play Nat King Cole in the biopic too.
Oh boy. Well, if he shaved the mustache, I don't know. Does he still look like Nat King Cole?
I feel like he can pull it off. Honestly, I feel like he can definitely
I,
pull it off.
I would have had somebody else play Nat King Cole than him. Though.
Honestly, Nat King Cole is a hard person to make a bio.
Mhm.
You got to do that shit right,
Right.
and stuff. Q said, "I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't even consider Chinese Democracy a GNR album. I said that's an Axl Rose solo project. I'm gonna be real with you.
That was the one that was heavily bootlegged, right? I remember MTV covering that.
Yeah. All right. Next song. Sorry about that. It's Dance with Me. The way I actually spelled dance is DAN space
Dance.
SWI. It
I
kind of
thought it was a
confused me
guy.
at first. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is Patti LaBelle doing in this song?
Dan Sweat.
But I actually love this
Somewhere out there, there's a white guy with the name Dan Sweat, and he was named after this song.
song.
We have yet to meet him.
that's that's funny. But yeah, this is an enjoyable song. It's pretty much that medium between disco and that dance kind of style that Philadelphia was known for at that time too. I can kind of see them with Houston on a track like this. You know the "Don't Leave Me This Way" that chick.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And ironically, I think she was actually on Motown and she was from Philadelphia. That's Is she from Philadelphia? I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Who, Patty?
But no, Delma Houston.
Oh,
Mm. But yeah, this one is a nice little dance track right here. And this I always love Patty when she goes dance mode around this like I'm in love again. I feel like if it was for songs like this, we probably would not have songs like New Attitude and shit like that.
that was my introduction to her. New Attitude.
Same. Well, actually, it's If Only You Knew, but New Attitude was
Right.
also in there. Too. Yeah.
This was dope. Nice disco track. Love the horns on it, the horn part, and pianos. It was fire.
Yeah, it was definitely a dope track. I excuse me. Track number 5, "You Are My Friend." So this song right here is probably like the best known song on the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, so pretty much, I think this was like one of the first songs that she actually wrote after the breakup of LaBelle, and I know this is a tribute to her their child, Zeri Edwards and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it real. I do respect this song, but I've never really been a huge fan of this song. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's a bad record though, because it's a very phenomenal record, but it's not really my go-to Patti LaBelle songs to listen to and stuff like that. But when she performs this shit live, it's always something you got to see. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, a little trivia: Patti LaBelle always did a Soul Train performances live, no lip syncing and shit like that too. Which that's shit I fucking love.
Right. Yeah, definitely a dope ballad. I like the way that Patty, she was definitely like playing with the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like when the beat would stop and she would go and it would, like the stop and go. Towards the end of the song, like definitely enjoyed that. And pianos on it, the background vocals. This was great.
Yeah, we can yeah, I definitely see what you're saying with that. All right. Next songs we have another cover called "You Can't Judge a Book by Its Cover." This is actually a cover of the Bo Diddley song. You know, I guess I gotta. This is the first time I actually mentioned Bo Diddley, rock and roll pioneer, and everything like that too. One of the best guitar players ever, and shit like that. If you guys know that the Bo Diddley beat like oh dun 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 dun,
Mhm.
that's Bo Diddley shit right there.
He did a Nike commercial with Bo Jackson back in the day.
Yes, yes.
Bo
Um,
don't know shit.
doing back, let's see Black History facts. This is why I love doing these
Hmm.
albums and shit like that. Mind you, Bo Diddley was the first artist on the Ed Sullivan show to actually go against Ed Sullivan's orders and stuff like that because originally Ed Sullivan wanted him to do a song by a white artist. He didn't want to do it, plus he couldn't read the music right, so he did his own song. And Ed Sullivan said, and I quote, "You're the first black boy to ever cross me," and
Oh
shit.
wow, he said black boy.
Yeah,
Like, he need his ass beat for that. He can't say that.
that's
That's
stone
Sullivan.
face looking, stone
Can't say
face
that
looking
shit.
mother. Oh, Moses and the Ten Commandments looking mother.
Mm-mm-mm. You're the first
And
black
don't
boy
get
to
me wrong.
cross me. Wow.
Don't get me wrong. Ed Sullivan put a lot of artists on, but some shit I read about, I'm like, I have a side eye him on certain shit. That's why I'm glad the
He
Doors,
did that to make himself look good in the media.
right?
You know
Man,
what I mean?
he had all the Motown acts on Ed Sullivan and shit
Yeah,
like that. He didn't have them Stax acts. He didn't have them Stax artists and shit like that because they were too hoodish.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, I have to, man.
Mm.
Now I know why motherfuckers love Dick Clark and shit like that more because when you go to American Bandstand, you
Right?
can do
He was
anything.
harmless. He ain't bothering nobody.
Right? He was a happy go lucky
Yeah.
white boy.
Casey Kasem, he was another homeless white boy. He ain't
Oh,
even bothering nobody.
nah, Casey went in on some
Hey,
motherfuckers a few times. He got mad a few times and shit.
really?
I was like, damn, who pissed off Shaggy and shit, yo? I'm sorry. I know he's a radio disc jockey, but he's always gonna be Shaggy to me and shit. I'm sorry.
He did the voice for Shaggy, Casey
Yeah,
Kasem.
he did the voice for
He
Shaggy.
sound like him. Yeah.
Zoinks!
Wow.
Yeah, he did that shit for years. I think up
The
until
man
that.
was getting two checks, huh?
Hell yeah, that Hanna-Barbera check, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
shit, boy. But yeah. So yeah, but back to "You Can't Judge a Book by Its Cover." Not a bad track and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Nigga
it was
said zoinks.
Zoinks!
Zoinks. Jinkies. They used to have
Gotta stay away,
some weird ass
stay away
fucking
from them.
saying on
Gotta
Scooby
stay
Doo.
away from them boys. Gotta stay away from them boys, Scooby Doo. I can't believe you didn't
Uh,
know he did the voice of Shaggy. Oh
I
wow.
didn't. But you know what? Now it does sound like him when like I didn't you know, like I wasn't looking up the voices and shit, but it do sound like he do sound like him.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Because there was a one video I saw. Casey got mad because there was a song by in the '70s by this artist. He did a song about a dog. It was like a sappy song,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Why am I playing a song about a guy mad about a dog or something?" Just paraphrase. He was going in. I'm gonna send that video and shit. Like I was like, "Damn, y'all done pissed off. Y'all done pissed off Shaggy and shit." Nigga. But I
Not
actually
that
like this.
funny. Yo. Yeah, this was dope. You know, Patty saying, you know, you can't judge an apple by looking at the tree. You can't judge honey by looking at the bee. And there's a message in this song, like you can't just look at somebody and judge them and think you know them by what they showing you, which is an that still goes on to this day, especially on social media, where you post something and people think they automatically know you by what you post, and it's terrible. You know what I mean? And I love the beat for this. You know, it had a nice disco beat. It was soulful. And you got the horn section on it, bass line, great record.
Yeah, I love the production on this album is phenomenal for 1977 standards and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, I was watching TV and shit.
Zoinks!
Scooby Doo, where are you?
Oh my god. Only time they had coverage is when they were offered Scooby snacks.
Right, you know them
These
little,
niggas was they was
you know
shook
them
out their
assholes and shit.
shoes out of just by seeing a ghost. They was shook. You know what's more frightening than ghosts? Trump with power. That's more frightening.
You know what's fighting than that?
Fuck a ghost.
You know what's fighting than Trump with power?
What?
Elon Musk being Trump's bitch.
Oh god. That is bad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
All these planes going down and they have every day is like a plane disaster. What that should only happen when Trump got in office again.
right. 9/11 ain't got shit on this.
You know what I mean?
But honestly, with them plane crashes, I'm not even gonna hold you. Some of them, they're just now reporting because some of them shits happened like months ago. They just now want to report
But
that
why?
shit.
Why? I just saw one today. Why is it like every day is like something with a plane going down?
Because ain't it like a turnover with the pilots and the aviation or some shit like that too? Ain't like a turnover with
There
that?
was one. There was one where there was like smoke in the plane and they had to land. I think it was like in Atlanta or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Every day is something with a plane. This shit was going on when Trump got in office. I seen this shit.
Shit. Well, I just pray for the families and stuff like that. I pray for their safety, you know. All right. Next song we got is "I Think About You." This is pretty much one of those. To me, this is the prequel of "If Only You Knew." If you ask me,
Right.
just based on like the songwriting and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
This was written by Leo Nocentelli, who was a lead guitarist in the funk group The Meters.
Right.
The Meters are like among the most sampled funk groups of all time and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. If y'all don't know about the Meters, I don't know. I don't even know what to fucking tell you and shit like that too. That first Meters, no wait, not the first one, but the second one, look Ka Popeye. A lot of motherfuckers sample that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say who did. But I ain't no sample snitch. But yeah, man, like some of these lyrics when Patty was talking about why I feel like loving, kissing, hugging. I think about you when my heart starts to burning and I get that crazy yearning. I think about you. Pretty much, she's just thinking about her lover. I feel like she wrote this about her husband. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, this one was pretty straight. I like this one.
Yeah, this is good. Definitely like the pianos on this. Nice beat.
Definitely. Um, Next track is "Do I Stand a Chance?"
No,
Um, you said what?
said no.
Stop again. Another song that's pretty much led by Patty's wonderful vocals and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very dope track right here. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of seen this as a single too. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, this is good. This is another good one. Love another standout. Love the beat on this. The horn arrangements.
hmm And the last track, most likely you go your way and I go mine. Now this is a cover of the Bob Dylan track from the Blonde on Blonde album. Hold on, I gotta show this album again because Rolling Stone tried to disrespect it yesterday, saying there's
Oh,
weak
that
tracks
one.
on this album. Yeah, you know what? I might review that album one day. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't know if you like Bob Dylan. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
stand 18 tracks of that nasal ass
that's
voice
that.
or some shit.
Well, I never heard listened to a Bob Dylan album, so
Oh,
you know what I
okay,
mean.
okay. Well, we're gonna pick the right one to start it off, but that's gonna be further down the line. That's gonna be further, maybe Aprilish. I don't know
Right.
yet. But back to this song. So pretty much, I realized a lot of Soul X covered a lot of Bob Dylan shit, especially in like the '60s and stuff like that. And ironically, it's kind of ironic because Bob Dylan, he wrote this song after the end of a relationship and stuff like that. And then Patty and her husband, they were going through what they were going through and stuff like that too. So I kind of felt like Patty picked this for a good reason or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one not a bad cover. I hate to say I kind of prefer the original, but vocally I gotta get a slight edge to Patty. I gotta get a slight edge to Patty and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was good. Definitely, Patty killed it on that song. Love the beat on this, the bass line.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Overall, for the first time listening to this album, I actually loved it. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice way to kick off a solo career. I just wished it would have gotten more recognition. I mean, the album did pretty moderately successful on the charts since from looking at it, stuff like that, and it was critically acclaimed too. But I feel like when it came to like her epic her epic records run, it does get slightly sidelined and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to automatically focus on the Philadelphia run and then the MCA albums and shit like that too. But Patti LaBelle is always gonna be Patti LaBelle and shit like that. This album, I feel like if you guys love '70s soul, this is definitely a nice album that I would recommend. Well, let me just late '70s soul because a lot of '70s soul around this time they were trying to incorporate disco flavor and stuff like that too.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Which sometimes some shit it worked, some shit it did not work, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And thank God Patti LaBelle did not go through that disco route. Some songs it did have like a disco bounce to it, but it wasn't full on. It wasn't BG disco. If that makes sense. Think more Marvin Gaye's "I Want You," that light disco, but still soulful at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5.
yeah, this is dope. Definitely, like a lot of the tracks on here, the disco production. Patty killing it vocally. I thought it was a good debut album. It's not really talked about. I love the songs, funky music, Enjoy to Have Your Love, and You're My Friend, You Can't Judge a Book by the Cover, Dance With Me. I'm giving it 4 mics.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that. Okay, I'm gonna stay on for a little bit and shit. Sam said I love Bob Dylan. I'm curious, Sam. What's your favorite Bob Dylan album? I wanted to see something.
Bring Sam on that review.
Okay, if Sam's down, I'm down. Yeah, and I'm not the biggest
'Cause
Bob Dylan
I ain't
fan.
familiar with his shit. I just remember him, and he looked depressed, and he had that harmonica he used to play. I never listened to his shit, so
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I never liked his music up until a couple years ago,
uh,
and the album that made me love his music was what Sam mentioned, the Blood on the Tracks album, which that's actually
Right.
my favorite album from him
Okay.
and stuff like that too. Because I never thought I got mad because Rolling Stone put him on the top 10 singers of all time over Marvin Gaye of all people, right?
Crazy.
And if you want to count songwriting, yeah, he's like one of the top songwriters. But even Bob Dylan himself said he does not have the best voice and shit like
He
that.
ain't
You know,
lying. The dancer ain't lying.
he does not have the best verse and stuff.
Sound like he's wailing.
And I remember when I first heard him when I was little. I kid you not, I always used to hate his fucking voice. But
What
when
the
I
fuck
got
is
older,
this? This is singing?
when I got older, when I started listening to the lyrics and shit, I was like, okay, like he had a song called Hurricane that was from the Desire album where
Mhm.
he wrote that about a black boxer by the name of Hurricane who was
Well,
accused of murder. I think you know about that, right?
yeah, Denzel played the Hurricane, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the story of the and I liked his satirical take and stuff like that. And he did show his support to the civil rights movement. A lot of Motown acts covered his shit too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Let me hear some of this. Let me see what Bob Dylan's talking about. And then I heard this song called Sectarian Homesick Blues. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga talking about Johnny's on the pavement, thinking us minutes, and I'm on the pavement. I was like, this nigga straight up rapping on this track.
They rapping bars. The first mumble singer.
I'm not saying Bob Dylan invented rap, but the way he was singing, a lot of hip hop. I see why. I think somebody said Kendrick Lamar like the Bob Dylan of his time.
Oh God. That's the
Right,
best comparison they could do.
right. He's crazy, right? It's crazy. And Kendrick's songwriting is amazing too, top tier.
How about we compare Kid Cudi because he don't say shit.
Nah, don't say no 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 no
He
no
don't say
no
shit. He mumbles also.
no
He's a
no
good hummer.
no no no
Mm-hmm.
no. Let's not put Kid Cudi and Bob Dylan in the same sentence. Stop. No
He's a
no.
good hummer. He don't say nothing good.
No, stop. You're reaching. You're reaching. Stop. No, no,
Oh
no.
God.
You know me. You know me. I love me early Kid Cudi, but
Yeah.
hell,
But even
Cameron's
early Kid Cudi, he wasn't saying shit in his rhymes.
Cameron's a better songwriter than Kid Cudi.
He wasn't saying shit. With the, when he came over Man in the Moon 3, he was like, "Oh, I'm focusing more on my lyrics." What lyrics? He wasn't saying shit.
He just makes fragmented sentences. That's
You
what he
know what I
does.
mean? He made emo music and he found his fan base, but he wasn't no lyricist.
Nah, and it's kind of crazy too because like back to Bob Dylan. Um, yeah, man, it's crazy because like even he himself does not like how people call him the Messiah. I read somewhere like nigga actually nigga almost performed at Ed Sullivan, but Ed Sullivan wanted to bullshit him. He just walked away. Said, "I'm not doing this shit." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had a crush on Mavis Staples. Yep, he did. He
What?
almost wanted to marry. He almost wanted to marry Mavis Staples too.
Lord.
Shit, pops was like, no, no, no. Oh shit. But then he had this song called "Everybody Must Get Stoned," which
Yeah.
that's a classic song right there.
That
But
might be
going
the
on,
only one I know from because I think that's the one Cyber Soul sample, right?
yeah,
Or at least the title. They sampled the title.
that song was on that Blonde on Blonde album too.
Everybody must get stoned. Everybody must get stoned. That's the last track on Temples of Boom.
Classic album.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But that's just my thoughts on Bob Dylan and shit.
And he had a nice little part on We Are the World, but
If
that,
people
yeah.
lying,
Man, seven, all in
all
line.
alive,
It's true,
it's
we
true
make a
will make
better
a better
day.
day.
It's
It's
you.
that. It's
You
true
sounded
will make
drunk.
a
I'm sorry.
better day.
You sounded
You,
drunk. You sounded like you had a stroke and you were slurring his words. You know what I'm saying? Like that's people call that singing. That
It's true, will make a better day when
man
you
sound
were
like he
born.
had a stroke his whole career.
I'd rather listen to that than IoT. IoT.
Oh God,
Ah,
no,
IoT.
no,
IoT. I'd rather listen to that over
no.
IoT any day.
I don't know how you got the green light to to do that over. No, that was bad. Quincy Jones can make anybody sound good because that was a prime example.
It's true, will make a better day.
And he didn't even want to record it with them there. He wanted to do it by himself.
Right.
Oh man,
I'm gonna stay on for like maybe another 10 minutes. I heard people say Kendrick is like Tupac of this. Yeah, I heard people say
they
that
got to
too.
stop that. He is not Tupac. Tupac was more outspoken when it came to the government. I think that's another reason why he's not here because he came from a Black Panther family and he was righteous and militant and he said what was on his mind. Kendrick is that, but he's not Pac though. Pac was just fucking crazy. Like when he got out of jail and he's spitting at cameras and shit. I don't think Kendrick would have did that.
Kendrick is more introspective than Pac.
Yeah,
Even though Pac is introspective too, though, but
Kendrick wasn't running around with a henny bottle in his hand. That's not Kendrick.
no, that's Kanye.
And Kanye
Oh,
thought he was Pac, and he ain't Pac. Either.
I love this question. Try. Sam says Charles Price, Mike Tyson, or Rock Marciano's Reloaded. I gotta go with Mike
Reloaded.
Tyson.
Oh wow,
What?
Mike Tyson was dope. A lot of the songs were short on that album. They were like 2 minutes long for some reason.
Hey,
And I know he wasn't dead yet. So I'm like, why those songs were short?
it was bangers and shit.
Like it was like a mixtape album. I love Reloaded. I think like Reloaded is one of Rock's best albums.
Yeah, Reloaded is fire too.
Yeah.
So I think Drake unfollowed J Cole now and shit.
That's the wrong J. Cole though.
You said what?
That's the wrong J. Cole. It's Jeff Cole. I don't know who the fuck Jeff Cole is.
Oh wow.
He said Drake don't follow him. Yeah, well I guess when your last name is Cole, you don't follow anybody with that last name.
It's the fact that his IG handle is Champagne Poppy. I'm just like this nigga.
Oh God.
Dartmouth said, "How good is the Stankonia album?"
It's classic. Go listen to it. It might help you to learn how to speak.
I mean, I like
And,
Stankonia.
and, he, and he even spelled it wrong too. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna hold. I do admit we got some filler in that album. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, it has filler on it. What filler?
Oh, I'm
You thought it
sorry.
has filler on Stank on it?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, and so fresh, so clean. I can't stand
What?
those.
You crazy.
Okay.
That's the best songs that they have on that album. What are you talking about?
No,
That's
no,
the best singles they picked. Miss Jackson and
no,
So
no.
Fresh and Clean.
Gasoline Dreams is the best song on Stankonia.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
All right. Come on, Andre did some of his best rapping on that whole song, nigga.
I think the whole album is a masterpiece. I love it.
Does everybody like the smell of gasoline?
Velvet, what's the name of that shit? Red Velvet?
That's classic.
Fire.
Toilet,
I saw them perform all of those songs on tour.
toilet
Crazy.
t-shirt. My joint though, man.
Yes. We
This
love
nigga,
these hoes. Come
this
on.
nigga, and Andre thought he was last on that Gasoline Dreams song. Does anybody like that smell of gasoline?
No, that's not the moment. I think Atlanta took over rap for a couple years when Ti and them came out, Ludacris and them.
Mm.
People love Jeezy, even though I can't stand him. Jeezy was huge at that time too. Rick Ross, even though he's not from Miami, but he lives in Atlanta. You know, even the R&B scene, they took over a long time ago. TLC was blowing up everywhere. Tony Braxton, Usher,
Crisscross. Don't forget about
right? Crisscross, Arrested Development, Lloyd. Like they took over a chunk of music way before Stink on Your Drop.
Ooh, y'all coming up with the heat. Wrath of the Match, the Damage, or Cellar Dwellers, Rems and Reality. You know
Rap.
what? I'm gonna go with Rems and Reality on some real shit.
I'm going with rap. First two J. Rue albums are his best.
I
Him and
agree.
Timo, best shit.
I agree, but that Rems and Reality from Cellar Dwellers,
That was great.
that was like some futuristic boom bap or some shit.
Definitely. That was great. I love it. I love that album.
For real, like the back and forth and
Yeah.
everything. That album was an epitome of hip hop right there.
These
Niggas,
are the albums I need Eric to get me. Realms in Reality. Hard to find.
oh, I almost got Rems and Reality, but they rose the fucking price up at one point.
Yeah, of course they did. Because it's a rare item. That's what they do with these rare albums. They raise the price up.
Yo, Nick Wiz ate on that album too.
Definitely. One of his best produced albums.
Right. Y'all coming out with some e-com. Okay, look at y'all. What is your favorite album that did not sell well? Ooh, that's a good question. Oh shit.
I don't look at album sales, so I mean that could be anything.
I'm gonna have to go with you know what? I'm gonna have to go with Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to start it off with that.
Right. The J. Rue albums, those didn't sell. So
I could have sworn Sunrise and went gold.
gold. Yeah.
I could
Well,
have sworn
gold to them was platinum, so
right.
that was a success then.
It would be a blessing if niggas went platinum
I
like
didn't
back
care
then.
about that. Like niggas was not looking in Billboard magazine to see who was number one on SoundScan. I didn't give a fuck about that.
Sometimes I do pay attention to that shit.
You do? All right. What does that
Just
matter?
just as,
But some of the
I pay
albums
attention.
that sell are not the great albums of all time any fucking way. So
I
No Way
know,
Out went what? Diamond? That's not the best album ever.
I know, but I still want to keep in tabs with what's happening musically and shit. Sam said stakes is high or one day. I have to go with stakes is high, Diga.
Yeah. I
That's kind
love
of
that.
hard though, nigga. Like,
I love One Day. One Day is like that's an album that nobody talks about when it comes to comedy.
exactly.
They skip over that shit. After Resurrection, they go straight to like Water for Chocolate.
To me, that's his best album in the '90s. One day will make sense.
Love that one. Real nigga quotes and an invocation. Hungry.
Stolen moments.
Come on, yeah.
Dun
Classic
dun dun.
album.
Hey, sucker nigga, wherever.
Album cover with him and his mom when he was little. When his mom sat on his head and shit. I love that. And he was still common sense then.
Yeah, man. By the way, text me that idea you were talking to me about though.
Yeah. I got it.
Oh, Sam, one day it will make sense over B.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I don't know.
Hot take. Well, it had more songs than B on here. But I think B, like album wise from beginning to end, was consistent throughout the album. I think Kanye gave some of his best production on that, and you got Dilla on that as well.
Kanye and Dilla. Oh my god,
Shit,
that's like a 2005 Kanye. Oh
that's all you needed.
man, and you know what? If I have to pick my top five common albums, it's gonna be number one B, number two One Day It Will Make Sense,
Hmm.
number three Like Water for Chocolate,
Hmm.
number four Controversial Opinion, Electric Circus.
Mm,
Yeah,
I know you
number
like that.
number five Resurrection.
Mm. See,
And
I like Finding Forever. I think Finding Forever was severely underrated.
that was good, but I always felt like that was B light to me.
Right.
I would put even a new joint with Pete Rock. That would be my number six.
Oh yes, that gotta go in there. Shit, he got too many great albums right now.
Right now, he does have some shit too.
He does. He does. Some of them I skipped over. So
Right. Dartmouth said, "What is your favorite song on Janet Jackson's Control album?" Oh, that's easy. What have you done for me lately?
it used to be that. but then and then it was I have like different ones over the years. Like it used to be "What Have You Done For Me Lately," then "Nasty," and now it's "Funny How Time Flies."
You know what? I'm not mad about that. That was I like how she kind of paid tribute to Michael Jackson on that
Yeah,
song too.
yeah,
Yeah, you can spell control and Janet Jackson, right? Huh? Don't know, huh?
love that album.
Yeah, man. I remember when I first heard that album. That shit. Oof.
Right, that was my introduction to her as an artist because I didn't listen to the first two. That you know when I listened to the first two when we did the review. That was like a couple years ago. I never listened to those first two before until we did the review.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But Control was like my introduction to her as an artist. I'm like, oh, look at Penny. She's singing.
Nah, that's Charlene, nigga. All right. I'm staying on for like another 5 minutes. The main ingredient or word life.
I love Sam questions. Just let Sam just ask us all the damn questions. He have the best questions. Main ingredient.
That's a hard one for me to be real with you.
Main ingredient for sure.
I'm gonna be like this. Fuck it.
Uh-huh.
Production, main ingredient, lyrically, word life.
But Life was great. My favorite OC album is Jewel's though. I think Jewel's is like his
Same.
signature album. Well, again, the first two OC albums for me was like to me is the best.
They're very close in quality. Some days I
Yeah.
like word life more. Some days I
Hmm.
like Smells more. You know.
Yeah. I agree.
Bon Appetit is very dope too. That's
I
underrated.
gotta hear that. I never heard that.
Oh man, you're
Never
gonna
heard
love
of it. I got there's another OC album I got. It was like one of those other joints he came out with.
I haven't watched South Park in a minute. This just giving me life.
What about
Okay.
Muddy Waters? What about it?
No, you said what the album or Muddy the Redman
Oh,
albums. Ooh.
I love both. I'm gonna go with the first Redman album. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a great debut that doesn't get its recognition. But Muddy Waters is like his best album. So
Yeah, that's kind of hard for me, low key. I'm not gonna hold you. I have to go. I'm gonna give a slight edge to Muddy Waters.
mm,
Keyword slight edge, because I feel like conceptually, and I felt like as an album, it was much more layered as an album
yeah,
and stuff like that. What the album was, I love what the album to this day, but that was like a straight up party record and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yet he did talk about some serious shit on the albums
yeah,
though,
yeah,
which a lot of people forget about that. You know, he's talking about AIDS, talking about the LA riots and shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, whew, I'm gonna give a slight edge to Muddy Waters just to, for fuck's sakes. All right, Sam said, "Eternal Affairs" or "Black on Both Sides."
Mm.
Ooh, two of my favorite albums from Ruckus.
Back on both sides. That album.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta go with "Black on Both Sides" too. Fuck it. Even though my heart is saying "Eternal Affairs."
That was great.
Yeah,
Most had like three of my favorites on that album: Mathematics, Miss Fat Booty, and Umi Says.
I love rock and roll. I love got
Yeah, that was good.
speed ball, hip hop. Dun dun dun
That was
dun.
good. What's the one he did about the water? New World Water or some shit?
Yeah, New World Water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was dope too. I love that one.
but Eternal Affairs was just straight up chaos, lyrical chaos. Like when I heard Simon Says for the first time, that shit blew my fucking mind and stuff. When he was rapping over the Godzilla beat and
Mm-hmm.
shit. But my favorite one was the song called "Rape."
Yeah,
Yo,
that was
that's like the bastard little brother of Common's "I Used to Love Her," in my
mhm,
opinion. He ain't fucking her right, ain't fucking her like me. He would never get away with a song like that today.
right.
Hell, I honestly think that's why the album was out of print too. for
Mhm.
years and shit. Not just the Godzilla shit, you know.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna answer like five more people and shit, five more comments. Q said interventions or songs in the key of life. Oh, songs in the key of life for
Oh,
me.
in the key life for sure.
It used to be interventions. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah, it used to be interventions. Favorite song by MC Light. Ooh, I go on. Ain't no other. That's my favorite one.
I'm gonna go with maybe 10% this. Like that. Poor Georgie, too young for what? She got so many cappuccino.
When in love. Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was hot.
I like the video version though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
Sam said company for Fun Crusher Plus or OC's Jewels. Oh,
mm,
OC Jewels for me.
Wells for sure.
I love Fun Crusher Plus.
That was
That's a
dope.
that was the one that kicked off the whole Ruckus shit, in my opinion.
Mhm.
That's an album I want to talk about, but I actually want to get my hands on the album before I talk about it. That's the
That's
LP
definitely
I
what I need
fucking
too.
love,
That one is fucking expensive.
for real. Like that's the LP I fucking love. You know what I'm saying? Like
And the
early,
album artwork was great too.
for real. Like late '90s, early to mid '90s, early to mid 2000s LP. Ooh, especially when he did a Cannibal Ox, the Cold Vein album. Ooh,
Mhm.
that's another expensive ass fucking album.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those albums, I gotta have the physical to talk about those ones. Like that Cannibal Ox, somebody made a perfect comment. The Cold Vein was what underground hip hop for the 2000s, as 36 Chambers was what into the 90s and shit. You know, crazy.
Did they look at that album as an underground album? 36 Chambers?
Well, some people did, but it was a cross. It crossed over too. It once became a crossover hit, you know. But you know, motherfuckers, you know. Q said 1980 favorite 1980s black music video. Yeah, that's a good question.
Beat It.
I have two:
Mhm.
Thriller and Smooth Criminal.
Oh yeah, Thriller was great. Definitely. That should have been a full horror film.
I love the 4K version of that video. That shit's fire.
Do they have it? They don't have it on 4K yet though.
No, some nigga made it on YouTube. Some
He
nigga made
made
it.
it in 4K?
Yeah. If
Why
I
did he
find
do that?
if I find out, I'll send it to you.
No, I want the official release on 4K with the making of on there. But they
Facts.
only had the making of on the VHS version. It's never been on DVD. You
Yeah, that's a collector's item too.
know what I'm saying? I want that. They need to release his estate need to release that on 4K this year. So it's 40 years. I don't understand what the hell they're waiting for.
Uh,
And Moonwalker also release that on 4K.
Dart said, "Who would you rather date, Jill Scott or Fantasia?" I gotta go with Jill Scott.
Fantasia, man, she's sexy and she got tats. I
Yeah,
love a sexy tatted woman.
but Jill Scott, she has a better
Yes,
personality.
Jill Scott is great too. She
Yeah.
got tats. She
Who
ain't
gives
got
a
no tats.
who gives a fuck about tats?
Hey, tattoos attract me. I love tattoos.
Mm, tattoos are alright though. It's not God given talent and
I don't
shit.
I don't need them. I don't want it all over their damn body now. A lot of them be having it all over them. They look like a fucking advertisement billboard and shit. But with some nice tats, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Wu Tang talking about they're gonna have their last concert, last tour.
Oh, who's that?
Wu Tang Clan as a whole group.
Oh yeah, them and Run the Jewels. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I've seen Wu. I've never seen Run the Jewels in concert though.
Yeah, I see Wu too. It's like three more people. Q said favorite '90s black music video. Hmm.
A lot, man. A lot. Artifacts alongside of the tracks. I love that one.
I want to pick one that I gotta think about this one. You know what? Whitney Houston's Heartbreak Hotel. I've always loved the video to that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, when niggas put too many tattoos, that's an unattractive trait for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Too many is not good. A couple is good. Not every year.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end this off right here and shit. I'm gonna end this off right here. So, tomorrow at 6, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a Def Comedy Jam retrospective and shit. Lashia's gonna come on here and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all two will be on your best behavior and shit. You know,
What you mean?
cause y'all, you know, you two be acting up and shit.
I got nothing but love for this shit.
I know, I know.
I just
I
don't
got
like her for me.
shit. It's been it's been a minute since he came here and shit, so that's gonna be fun.
She's avoiding me. I think that's what it
Uh, and then on Friday, we doing a top 10 black stand up specials and shit.
is.
That's gonna be interesting as hell.
My
You know
list
what I'm
is
saying?
about done for that. So,
I didn't even start my list, but I already know what I'm about to put.
yeah.
Um, then Saturday, we're gonna kickstart our John Dixon request. He requested us to camp Made in America, which he sent me a copy of. Thank you again. And then yeah, you know what I'm saying. The new artist Sundays is gonna be No Doubt. You know what I'm saying. That's gonna be the next artist Sundays and shit. And also somewhere in mid March, we are gonna start West Coast Wednesdays with King T's shit too. So that's gonna be kind of fun. You know, John Dixon requested that shit too. Sent me some shit. Um, I didn't forget about the No Limit countdown. I just gotta find some time. I've just been going through some issues with my car, which kind of been taking up some time and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully tomorrow they'll fix that shit finally because I'm kind of getting frustrated by that. But I don't want to bring that to social media. But anything you want to say before we head out?
Mom going live on Instagram, 8 p.m. Gonna be dope. That's my schedule now. Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Instagram live, and I'll just upload it to YouTube later on. So,
Yeah, man. Text me a reminder for
yeah,
that too. You know what I'm saying? That way I can make sure that I
it's easier that way. I don't got to stay on for like 5 hours on here, so I got a time limit
right.
on me.
That's why I like EV Mux too because it's a 2 hour
Yeah,
time limit. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Actually, I might just stick to EV Mux and shit for now.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I might just stick to that. But other than that, the Patti LaBelle album, I think this shit's out of print. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can
Is it?
find, you said what?
Is it out of print?
I believe so. Let me look. Let me double check. I never heard. I never heard no reissues on this one and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, while I do that, I forgot. Rest in peace to Chris Jasper. I forgot to mention this. For those who don't know, Chris Jasper, he was a member of the Isley Brothers. He was pretty much like the brother-in-law, if I'm not mistaken, and shit. You know, he was like one of the main songwriters of the group and stuff. Like a lot of those songs, like "Harvest for the World," he wrote "For the Love of You." You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like the smooth ballads that they became known, like "Groove with You." He pretty much wrote that shit. Also, too, you know, him, Marvin, and what's his name, Ernie. They formed their Isley Jasper Isley spinoff group where they had that song "Caravan of Love." I love that record. Everybody taking him. That song, yeah. Um, he's really like one of my favorite R&B songwriters and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say he looks like a Thundercat. and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But
You just like a Thundercat?
yeah.
I never heard of that.
Well, let me show you a picture. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm not saying the niggas talk about they call him Thundercat and shit, but
You look like a Thundercat? Like Thundercat, the animated series, or you talking about the actual artist?
no, the animated shit.
Who the fuck made that up?
They say that he looks like a Thundercat. That's what they say. Like if you see some of his pictures
Wow,
and shit.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
Which one is he? Lionel?
Stop. But yeah, man. Rest in peace to him. We've we've done a few Isley Brothers reviews on this channel, so check out some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're losing a lot of R&B acts and stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, this album is out of print. I think the last reissue was like in the '90s and stuff.
Oh man, gotta go to eBay for that.
Right. I mean, it can't be too expensive. I think I saw that album at a dollar store a couple times in the vinyl store. If I come across, I'll probably pick it up. But
I'm raising the price when she dies, so it's gonna be 100.
yeah. Other than that, hope y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.